Welcome all to today's class on writs. This is Dr. K. Sangeeta for Administrative Law. Introduction. The citizens of India are guaranteed certain basic fundamental rights by the state, which cannot be taken away from them except in case of procedure established by law. Such a guarantee is instrumental in reducing the arbitrariness of government legislation. In the absence of fundamental rights, the citizens may not be entitled to any basic human right. Thus, to prevent this, the Constitution makers incorporated Part 3 of the Indian Constitution, enumerating the list of rights that is to be assured by the state. Article 32, which is a judicial remedy under Part 3 of the Indian Constitution. Remedies for enforcement of rights conferred by this: the right to move the Supreme Court by appropriate proceedings for the enforcement of the rights conferred by this part is guaranteed. The Supreme Court shall have power to issue directions and orders or writs, including writs in the nature of habeas corpus, mandamus, prohibition, quo warranto, certiorari. These are the 5 writs that are available, and in practice we have one combination writ called certiorarified mandamus, whichever may be appropriate for the enforcement of any of the rights conferred in Part 3 without prejudice to the power conferred on the Supreme Court according to Clause 1 and 2. Parliament may by law empower any other court to exercise within the local limits of its jurisdiction all or any of the powers exercisable by the Supreme Court under Clause 2 and 4. The right guaranteed by this article shall not be suspended except otherwise provided for by the Constitution. Relevance. Article 32 was incorporated in the Indian Constitution to assure that the citizens and the individuals are not subject to unreasonable violation of fundamental rights. This article guarantees the right to constitutional remedies, and any individual whose fundamental rights has been violated by the state has the right to approach to the Supreme Court of India for enforcement of the said right. Dr. Ambedkar, who was the chairman of the drafting committee of the Indian Constitution, rightly called this article as the very soul of the Constitution and the very heart of it. The Constitution of India would be meaningless without this provision. Fundamentally, a writ is a formal written order issued by anybody, executive or judicial, authorized to do so. In modern time, this body is generally judicial. Therefore, a writ can be understood as a formal written order issued by the court having authority to issue such an order. Orders, warrants, directions, summons, etc. are essential for writs. A writ petition is an application filed before the competent court requesting to issue a specific writ. Habeas corpus. The word habeas corpus literally means to have the body or produce the body before the court. This writ is issued by the Supreme Court when the personal liberty of an individual is vitiated, particularly in case of illegal detention. Mandamus, which means we command. The writ of mandamus is used by a higher court to enforce their decision on the lower courts. The Supreme Court can invoke this writ in circumstances when the lower public authority has a duty. Certiorari. Certiorari means to certify or to quash. This writ of certiorari can be invoked to quash a lower court or a tribunal which has passed an order. It can only be issued against judicial orders. Prohibition. The writ of prohibition is also known as stay order. The writ is invoked by the Supreme Court to get any lower court to stop acting beyond its jurisdiction. Quo warranto, which means under what authority you are holding the office or by what warrant. The Supreme Court can invoke the writ of quo warranto in cases where the act carried out by a holder of public office who has exceeded their authority. Writ of habeas corpus, which literally means produce the body before the court or to have the body. The writ is used to release a person who has been unlawfully detained or imprisoned. By virtue of this writ, the court directs the person so detained to be brought before it to examine the legality of the detention. Even a letter was considered by Supreme Court as a writ petition where the unlawful detention of the son, the mother has filed a return a letter to the whereabouts of knowing him. So it is the relatives or the bloodly related who can apply for, or even the detainee himself can apply for a writ of habeas corpus. If the court concludes that the detention was unlawful, then it directs the person to be released immediately. Example of unlawful detention: the detention was not done in accordance with the procedure laid down. For instance, the person was not produced before the magistrate within 24 hours. This is said in the Constitution of India as well as in the procedural law of CRPC, section 167. The person was arrested when he did not violate any law. An arrest was made under the law that it is unconstitutional. This writ can be filed by the detained person himself or his relatives or friends or on his behalf. It can be issued against both public authorities and individuals. It should be noted that the principle of res judicata and the constructive res judicata are held not applicable in habeas corpus petition by Supreme Court. Case law is Ghulam Sarwar versus Union of India. Writ of mandamus. The writ of mandamus means we command. It is issued by the court to direct the public authority to perform the legal duty which it has not or refused to perform. It can be issued by the court against a public official, public corporation, tribunal, inferior court or the government. It cannot be issued against private individual or a body, or the president or the governor of the state, or against the working chief justice. It cannot be issued in the following circumstances: the duty in question is discretionary and not mandatory. For the performance of non-statutory function, performance of duty involves rights of purely private nature, where such direction involves violation of any law. A writ petition seeking mandamus must be filed by the person who has an interest in the performance of the duty by the public authority. Writ of certiorari: to certify or to quash. Here this is a curative writ. When the court is of the opinion that the lower court or the tribunal has passed an order which is beyond its power or committed an error of law, then the writ of certiorari, it may transfer the case to and quash the order passed by the lower court or the tribunal. Writ of prohibition: it is issued by the court to prohibit the lower court, the tribunal or the other quasi-judicial authority from doing something beyond their authority or beyond their jurisdiction. It is issued to direct inactivity and thus differs from mandamus, which directs activity. That is a positive act, and here it is directing someone to stop, which is a negative one. Writ of quo warranto, which means under what warrant or under what capacity he holds the office. Through this writ, the court calls upon a person who holds a public office to show under what authority he holds the office. If it is found that the person is not entitled to hold that office, he may be ousted from that. Its objective is to prevent person from holding an office for which he is not entitled to. He is not entitled for, therefore he is prevented, or usurpation of any public office. It cannot be issued with respect to a private office.